Hi everyone. Just decided to record again just a tiny version of the live video that we had last night in Invisible Caims page, just because I'm totally aware that the signal was very bad and that in that Scotland doesn't help at all. So I was struggling as well when I hear back to the recordings to try to understand what I was saying. I can understand because I know what I was saying, but I can imagine that for those of you it was really hard just to try to catch one single sound or what my voice was to try to express. So it was a video where I introduced myself. For those that doesn't know who I am, I'm Giada from Invisible Caims, and we are creativity combined together with yoga, meditation, and vegan food and vegan products. And we run classes and workshops and retreats in Edinburgh. Our studio is on 151 London Road in Edinburgh Pallet. It's a studio number 503, and a massive building where it's written art outside near the Meadowbank. And what I wanted to express this time, it was sharing the big connection that there is between wellness and creativity in general. And when we think of wellness, we always think of exercises or just going on a diet or simply just having a good sleep, a good rest. But there was a study some years ago that actually highlighted the huge benefits between art, healing, and mental and physical body, so the huge relationship between them, and the benefits that creativity has in our lives. First of all, the first benefit is that we are in a good mood when we do something that is creative. And if you're going to ask someone, have you started that hobby, that creative hobby? The answer would probably be because it makes me feel good. And when you're doing something, you're also developing skills so that then you can become good at something. So it gives you the opportunity to develop some good ways, some skills that you can then later on use, and then can help you in developing further activities in your life. Then we know that it helps in decreasing stress, anxiety, and that's why art is especially used in traumas, because it helps in expressing what words are not able to say, and we just use colors, or we just use a different way of putting out what we have inside. And creativity is also amazing because it gives us the opportunity to boost our brain function. Normally we use half of our brain, so not our two hemispheres at the same times. And there was a study that pointed out that Einstein was a genius because he was good at playing violin. So by doing that, he was using both hemispheres of his brain, and he was of course being able to be more focused, calmer, and use the full potential of what everyone's brain offers. Creativity is also very good and helps in preventing diseases like Alzheimer, like Parkinson, because it calms down our brain, it calms down the blood pressures, which is related to heart diseases as well, and it increases the immune system because it calms down inflammation in the body, and inflammation is what takes diseases in general. And just simply brings enthusiasm in our relationship because we feel better, we relate with other people in a better way because probably we answer in a better way, we feel more patient, we feel more engaged in our work, and we have more inspiration and more focus. And we develop the mindset of a deep thinker. But then, of course, I'm totally aware that there is this kind of myth of creativity, because people think that creativity is something that belongs to people that are like a genius. And I was exactly that kind of person. I was thinking I was not born with creativity. That's something that is totally out of my life skills. So that's not for me. And then I realized that creativity is simply being present, being in what you're doing, like meditation. It's the same thing. And self-expression. So expressing your emotions, expressing your feelings, and that's it. So creativity is not necessarily painting, drawing, playing music, and can be creative singing under the shower. Or gardening, that's creativity as well. You are just taking out what is one of your passions. And if you have no clue about your passions, just think of what you used to like when you were a child, or something that you used to do sometimes in your life, but then you think, oh, I don't have time for this. Because we don't have time. We don't create our time in our agenda for ourselves. We create time for others. We create time for external activities, but not for sitting down by ourselves and just being there and present in what we are doing. So creativity brings us focus and concentration. But in order to create, we need to be focused and concentrated at the beginning. So we need to be present. So from that point of view, there is wellness that can be very good for that. Because, for example, our body is like a machine, and the fuel we put inside our body has a huge effect, a huge impact on how we are performing, on our productivity. So what we drink, what we eat, the cream that we are going to put on our skin, the way we are treating our skin, everything is connected to our way of being in life, our way of performing in life. So that's why there is a huge connection in whatever we are doing, in whatever we feel. The way we feel, if we feel good, we are calmer. When we are calmer, we are more able to just sit down, stay there, present, and create. And after the creation process, we are even calmer, even more focused, and even more concentrated. And it's like a circle. It just goes round and around, and the effects are like the ripple effect, just huge and massive. And that's why I decided to take the opportunity to share a brand that has come on board, Invisible Caims, recently, which is a brand that is about skincare and nutrition, which is called Arbonne. And is a brand that is vegan, is gluten-free, is soy-free, uses non-genetically modified ingredients. They have 2,000 ingredients that are banned from their production. And they use recyclable packaging. They don't do any tests on animals. So when I started to try these products months ago, I immediately felt huge benefits in my life, because I was feeling much better. So I decided that I wanted to become an ambassador of this brand. And I'm also giving you the opportunity to try this product and to try some creativity as well, together with yoga on the 13th of October, because we are doing a free evening with free tasters of yoga, of some creative activities, and you will have the opportunity to try some Arbonne products on that night in our studio. So I'm going to create an event to let you know exactly the details of this night. And I can't wait to have you present over there, just simply to share some nice time together and enjoy and see if it's maybe something that can benefit benefit you as well. Thank you. Have a nice day.